Happy Friday. Welcome back to a new episode. I'm Lika, the host of Full Circle with Lika. And today we're talking about softening, wanting to be open, wanting to be sensual, surrendered, magnetic, like this woman, you are in your full power, but how you need to have your nervous system on board if you want to see actual changes. Because you're probably here sipping on your oat milk latte. I see you. Journaling your affirmations. I see you. Doing your vision boards. You're probably on day 22 of a free challenge you see online to manifest your dream life and your dream girl and to unlock the next level, but still nothing seems to be working for you. So why is it working for other people and why it is not working for you? Well, one of the reasons could be that your nervous system is working almost against you. I don't really like to say that because the nervous system, which is your operating system, it's your deep body intelligence. It's never working against you. It's working for you. It's working in your protection. But maybe your dreams and your goals and what you're trying to achieve and to become and to be more open and receptive just doesn't feel safe in your system. So the body goes into defense mode. Like, I'm blocking out everything. We're not doing this. So we can say that we want to be open. We can say that it's the next evolution for us, that we want to open our hearts more and let ourselves be seen. But if it's constantly a threat to your body and to your nervous system, then it's going to be hard to fully embody that. So the thing is, there is a lot of talk around the nervous system nowadays, and it means almost everything and nothing. But let's dive a little bit into it, shall we? Do we need a recap on actually what it is? Maybe I take a minute to just so that we are on the same page. Your nervous system is basically what happens between your brain and your body. It's communication. It's a communication system. It senses information, input, all the stimulus, and then it communicates with your brain and your body and your organs and everything. It's like this electrical system inside your body that tells, oh, I'm safe and I'm relaxed. I can rest and digest. Or, fucking hell, something is happening. We need to fight. We need to run. Or we need to freeze and to pretend we're dead. So if your nervous system is constantly under stressors of the daily life, like the endless to-do list and just having something to do or to become, the pressure of money, the pressure of taking care of kids, like we add up so much stress in our day-to-day life. We don't really take time to fully rest and do nothing, which is how society has been built. Like, we don't want to seem lazy. We have to do it all. We have to be on all fronts. But what happens is that then the body goes into, oh my God, I'm in danger. There's a threat here. And so what happens sometimes when we do want to relax, we do not want to be stressed. Like, who wants to be stressed? Like, yeah, I really want to be stressed right now. Like, fucking hell, like no one is ever saying that. Of course, with your mind, you're thinking like, of course I want it all. Of course I want the thriving business. Of course I want the devotional, true, ecstatic love and passionate intimacy with my man. Of course I want to wear that dress and feel so sensual. Of course I want to show up online and be seen. Of course I want money in my bank account. Of course I want the best orgasms. Of course. Like, who doesn't want all of this? Well, the mind is like, of course, of course, of course. And the body is saying something else. The body is like, it doesn't feel safe. I'm sending the alarm and I'm preventing you from actually having it. So that's why it's working for other people and it's not working for you, because if you're constantly in fight and flight, you're not in a receptive space, in a receptive place. And when you're not receptive, you cannot call in that next version of you or have something you never have before. Because the thing with the body, the subconscious mind, the nervous system, everything that is sort of out of our control, like the things that happen automatically in the body. Of course, it's in our control to then take care and regulate. But the thing that happens as an automatic response, well, it doesn't care what you want. It doesn't care of your vision board. It doesn't really care about your affirmations. It doesn't really care about how many times in your journal you wrote that you were magnetic and rich and a badass at making money and that you were allowing yourself to receive fully. It doesn't care. What it cares about is your survival. Like, is it a threat? Am I gonna die if I do that? And it sounds extreme, but I'm sure you had this feeling already, of like, well, it's just a text, or it's just an absence of a text. Like, he's not replying to me. Why do I feel like I'm dying? Why it doesn't feel safe? Or I'm about to play record and like, what do I need to do so that I stay alive? And when we're calling in all those new things, this next level, and we're always in this growth process, we tend to forget the importance of really nurturing the nervous system, learning how to regulate. I also want a parenthesis here, which is not a parenthesis, is like so on topic, but my sister yesterday, she sent me this voice note and she was so pissed. She was like, I don't know what I have today. I'm so angry. I just want to like punch something. And then she said, oh, really tried to calm my mind, to go into meditation and do all those things. And I'm like, well, my unsolicited advice here as a coach, as a mentor, is to not try to do the opposite and go against your body. Like, your body is telling you something. Of course, you're probably also PMSing, like, because the dragon is being awakened, and I know it and I feel it because I'm bleeding myself. So the dragon is definitely somewhere. And last week, the dragon was here, but that's not the topic. When you know how to work with your cycle as well, it helps to recognize those phases, and when you can allow yourself to get into the rage and the everything. But that's what I told my sister. I was like, hey, unsolicited advice, because you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you because I just want to coach you right now, which is very annoying. But she loves me, she's my sister, and well, she was happy to receive it. I told her, well, your body is trying to communicate with you, and right now it doesn't want to sit in meditation. And like, when I'm full of that energy of like, oh, I'm pissed, like I'm so fucking pissed, I don't want to go and sit and try to be love and light. Like, this is not what I want to do. And I want to work with my body. My body is signaling like, I have too much energy, I have tension, I have friction in my system, and I want to get it out. So I take myself into a room and I put my headphones. I have this amazing playlist. I can share it in the section below if you want to. It's called Holy Rage. And I do a rage room practice, which is locking myself in a room, headphones on, turning my playlist on. I have like the best songs. And there is one that is like, I think the title is like Whore. And it's like, it's like metal, like screaming, and I love it because then I go and I punch pillows and I just move that energy. I allow the rage and the extra energy to get discharged because this energy wanted to move. And if I'm sitting here, my ass in lotus position, nothing is gonna fucking happen except the body trying to communicate even more. Like, this is not what I need. Like, I need to get it out. So with that being said, coming back to the main topic of the nervous system being probably against your goals and your dreams and what you're trying to have more of, that's a communication as well. Your body is trying to send you signals, and you can send signals back. When I take myself out in a room, I'm telling my body, oh, you want to move? Okay, I'm taking care of you. You're safe. We can do that in a container, and it's much more better. It's way better than, discharging that energy on my partner with a passive aggressive or bluntly aggressive way of communicating my feelings. So I take myself in a room, I communicate to my body it's safe. And we can do the same with holding a vision, doing the affirmation work, doing all the manifestation work, let's say, and still like holding the nervous system and learning ways to regulate ourselves. So, my main point here was regulating your nervous system doesn't mean meditation, doesn't mean like learning breath work. It means also emotional regulation. When you don't know how to deal with your emotions, especially if you're a deep feeling woman like I am, I feel everything so deep emotionally, but also physically. So that's why I do this work. I help other women to learn how to work with those deep feelings, also recognizing that those deep feelings is your deepest intelligence. And we've been taught that being extremely sensitive is weak or that is not valued. Bullshit. It means that you have a bit more intelligence than other people because you have, of course, your mind and your thinking brain, but you also have the intelligence of your body, like feeling so much, whether it's your emotions, like you get all the juice, all the data from your emotions, but you also get so much data from the outside world, and you listen to your body and you walk through the world with that embodied sensitivity, embodied depth. Like there is so much depth, there is so much intelligence to you, and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. And that's why I love working with women that are just like me, like deep feelers. And this is where nervous system work is even more important. And it sounds very scientific like that. It sounds very trendy. I want to say like everyone is talking about the nervous system right now. Just regulating yourself, learning how to really master your emotions, not in a way of controlling your emotions, but learning to feel them, to experience them instead of going straight in your head. I'm sure you also know that this feeling of you feel a heavy emotions and you're trying so hard, all of your resources are allocated to deal with the feeling. Like I need to deal with that. It's so uncomfortable. I feel like I'm like panicking, I'm sad, or I got triggered by something and I need to work on myself instead of, maybe placing your hands forward, being like, okay, I receive you. I'm here. Where are you in my body so I can feel you without the mind, without judgment, without trying to change it, without trying to fix it? Because we can get into that a lot too, right? Like, oh, I need to fix, like this is sending me a message. I need to do something about it. And probably you don't need to do anything about it. Just living it and embodying it fully and breathing through it if you want to. This is regulation too. The breath really helps. That's why breath work actually works. Even though I said in the beginning you don't have to meditate and do breath work. Well, you could meditate on that feeling also. That can be regulation, but this is what we see everywhere, and everyone is like, oh, I need to go regulate, I need to do my meditation. Well, maybe you go and need to shake or scream or dance or move that energy in your system because it's trying to communicate something with you. So go be how do you say, like, be the pioneer, be the first one to go and meet what your body is trying to tell you instead of working against it. And I think this also is a proof of self-respect and self-love, because it's like, oh, I respect my body and the signals enough so that I go and take care of this instead of doing what society told me to do, which is to brush it away, put it together, make sure I'm all put together and I'm fine, and saying like, I'm fine, it's good. Like I need to go and regulate and journal about this. Like, it doesn't have to be dramatic. You can be in the presence of your fullness, of your full self, of the full range of your emotions. We tend to forget that we came on this planet to experience the full range of what it means to be a woman. And I'm talking to women here because, I'm working with women and I love how much we can feel. And I love just how complex we can be. And we are meant to experience all of it. And of course, it's not convenient. It's not convenient to, especially a patriarchal society, for example, because it's scary. Like, you don't know who you're going to find today. Are you going to find the dragon because she's PMSing? Or are you going to find the sweet, tender, soft, and open version of her because she's fully relaxed and she was taken care of and she did her work, her meditation, her dance practice, she shake her body today so she was feeling good? Or is she going to feel super triggered, overload, overwhelmed, doesn't know how to handle her emotions, and then shut down? And so to circle back one more time to the topic of today, when we say we want to be more sensual and more open, if your whole nervous system tense, if your body tenses every time you rest, every time you're being seen, or every time you're doing something that feels extremely good, and then you're like, do I deserve it? Is it fine to feel like that? Like, can I? Well, then every time things are gonna get good, the second they get too good, your nervous system goes into no, 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 no. We need to ruin it. We need to stop it because it's dangerous. It's a threat to the system. So what you need is not more visualization, it's not more meditation, it's not another free challenge online, it's not to do more work or mindset work, it's actually to truly listen to your body. Block out the noise, even what I'm saying right now. Like, you get to come back to yourself. This is where empowerment and self-love and self-respect comes in too. Like, you get to come back to you and to hold you. And I shared in a recent episode about this conversation I had between my tiny little baby Lika inside and my higher self and my empowered goddess, like badass self. And it's always this communication. So if you can also see that there is a part of you, let's say the wounded, tiny, shy little child that is afraid, or your nervous system, you can also create a little character in your head, and you take care of this. Like, it's not working against you, it's always for your protection. So you're like, okay, what do you need? What do you need? Get curious. Like, what do you need? You need me to feel it? Okay, I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna pause, even if it's for 5 minutes. You would be surprised how fast you can actually shift an uncomfortable feeling or a thing if you just take a moment to listen to what it's trying to tell you. But you also would be surprised of how many years, weeks, like decades you can spend with your body trying to communicate something again and again and again and again. And then life starts to communicate something with you too. You start to face the same patterns, the same obstacles, the same things that are painful again and again and again, and you still don't get the lesson. Well, you would be surprised if you take sometimes, a feeling, they say, lasts, I think it's about 90 seconds that you can shift something. So you put a song. This is what I do. I put a song. It's easier, I put a song, put my headphones, so I'm sure I have like this. It helps me to really be in my bubble and to be feeling the music and feeling everything. And I go, close my eyes, feel inside my body, like, where is it? What is trying to communicate? But it's not with my head, like, oh, what is it? What is it? I need to find it. It's more like, okay, you're here. I can sense you. I can sense my resistance to what you're trying to tell me. Let me make a bit more room for you to take up the space that you need. And usually movement is magical. This is why I love Tantra, because Tantra really focuses, all the tantric practices that I teach, we focus on breath, sound, movement. What else? I think there is a fourth one, but it's not coming top of my mind. But sound. Did I say it? Sound. So you go into those practices. They're so simple. They don't have to last long, but this is how you regulate yourself. And I found in my personal experience and also working with women that the more we do it, the easier it becomes. And it's becoming less and less of a drama, less and less of and suddenly you're walking the path of becoming the best version of you, of going towards your dreams and goals and ambitions. And it doesn't have to be the big ambition of like becoming a billionaire, but it can be, oh, I just want to be more intimate with my man, but I don't really know how to do it. Instead of searching, asking ChatGPT for practices and exercises and activities we can do to reconnect with my partner, maybe you just listen to your body and you're like, okay, what is my body trying to communicate? Why, where is the seat of that desire? And how can I honor it even more? Okay, so I think that's it for today. To sum up everything we shared, all I wanted to share today is that you get to listen to your body's signal. And if you're trying to manifest the next version, but nothing is working for you, check in with your nervous system. A lot of people share the nervous system being like a thermostat, like it only can, like it will regulate you and bring you back to baseline. So if you want to evolve, you get to take care of what baseline, what feels safe. So again, if you say you want to be open and sensual, but every time you rest or pause or feel or wear something a bit different, something a bit more revealing, something that makes you feel sexy, but or even like a posture, you're standing, you have a posture that feels yummy in your body, and suddenly you're like freaking out. Like, just work with that, regulate yourself, regulate your emotions, and I swear that can really change in a very short amount of time. And you get to choose your practice. You don't have to sit your ass in lotus in order to regulate your nervous system. You can scream, dance, walk, shake, do so many things. I hope you enjoyed the podcast this week, and I talk to you next week. Have a beautiful rest of your week.